So abhyas. Second asset, second wheel of a chariot is vairagya. So last time Malaji was asking that, we want to go more in detail of vairagya. So the Patanjali, Maharishi Patanjali takes us into depth of what is vairagya. So that comes in the verse number 15. So, that tells us what is vairagya. Very, very great asset to have. And unless we have that, we cannot move forward. So vairagya, word vairagya is made up of two things. Raga. V means devoid of. Raga means attachment. Rag literally means color. For every experience, we color it. There are no colors in the nature that, okay, this is a very likable thing and this is a very hateful thing. We label them. So that attachment, so that's a we raga, we means devoid of raga or attachment, means not coloring our experiences or objects that we encounter in life. So if we don't do it, that is called vairagya, vairagya, or dispassion. Passion means raga. Passion creates pain in the trail, guarantee. Anything you are passionate about the sense objects and go after it, sooner or later, it will create you pain. Dispassion or vairagya or tyaga will create you peace of mind. Tyaga santir anantara. It's the tyaga, you get peace of mind right away. Anantara means right away. So with a raga, you get pain and more difficulties as you move forward. We do not understand in the beginning because of the power of Maya, which has packed the things in a very attractive coverings. So that is the concealing power of Maya, and it has projected the things in a enticing way for us. So these knowledge that the worldly things will give me happiness is a false knowledge. Last time we saw what is true knowledge, what is bhranti or false knowledge. So pramana, that is one vritti. Viparya means false knowledge. We saw that. What is not there, we said there is. Are you kidding? No, don't waste my time. Because we are so attached and we have acquired this false knowledge and we are established in false knowledge. So that false knowledge correction is required in the yogic process. So vairagya means developing, seeing the things the way they are, not coloring them. So seeing the true nature of the thing is the right knowledge. Seeing through our glasses of likes, dislikes, and our past experiences is a bhranti or false knowledge or viparya. So vairagya is to dissociate from this false liking and attachment that we have developed for the objects, living and non-living. So that is called vairagya. So this sutra reads drashta anusravika. Drashta means seen. Anusravika means heard. Whatever we see, whatever we hear. Drashta anusravika visaya means objects of senses. Drashta anusravika visaya vitrushnasya. Vitrushna means devoid of. Trishna means thirst or hankering. Devoid of hankering or thirst for the objects that we have encountered and experienced or we have heard about it. So drashta anusravika visaya, this is the means objects with Trishnasya, without hankering or thirst for it. Vasikara means total control on ourselves. Vasikara means I'm in charge. Objects are not in charge. My intellect is in charge. Vasikara, Sangya means that definition is called Vairagya. Drashta, Anusravika, Visaya, with Trishna, Vasikara, mastery, that consciousness, that kind of consciousness, which is a mastery on controlling ourselves for the things seen and heard about, is called Vairagya. We get into trap because of our own experiences and our things that we encounter. At the same time, we get into trouble from this hearing from other people. Example, somebody goes to Switzerland and he says, "Oh my God, that is a beauty. Dr. Chokshi, you must go there in your life, otherwise your life is a waste." I haven't seen Switzerland, but I heard from him. So that creates a vritti in the mind. So that is called drashta. First is drashta, means I experience. And I have not experienced, but I heard somebody's experience. Anusravika. And these are objects of senses. So Visaya. To have with Trishna means have no thirst for that. With total control of myself and my mind. Self is mind. Whatever is our mind, we are. So on our mind, Vasikara, control. Vasikara. That is called Vairagya. So this is the real definition of a Vairagya. And it's a great asset. So we get into trouble because we develop attachment and raga. So God says, Sreyo hi gnanam abhyasat, gnanat dhyanam visishyate, dhyanat karma phalatyaga, tyagat santir anantara. Period. Chapter 12, 12th verse, Bhagavad Gita. So, tyagat santir anantara. Unless you do, Arjuna, you are going to be in trouble. What can I do? So it applies to all of us. So tyagat santir anantara. So we have to learn to give the true value to the objects and not give false value and get attached. So now we are in a mess because we gave false value and we got attached. So God explains how these things happen. He says the objects are not going to pull you on their side. They have no magnetic power. It is you who is giving the authority and power to them. How? Dhyayato Visayana Punasaha. That is the God explains, second chapter. Dhyayato means on meditating on. Here, word by one, we don't have to be afraid of this Sanskrit. No? So, Dhyayato means meditating. Dhyan means meditation. Dhyayato Visayan Punasa, for a person meditating on sense object. Dhyayato Visayan Punasa, what happens? Sangaste supajayate. You develop attachment. If you meditate on a thing and its quality is real or imagined by you, you get into trap. So dhyayato visayana punasa sangaste supajayate. You get attachment. Sangat sanjay te kama. From attachment, you develop a desire to acquire it. So sangat sanjayate kama, kamat krodho abhijayate. And if you don't get it for some reason, or somebody obstructs, or some circumstance obstruct your desire, you become angry. If we did not meditate in first place, the objects would not have bothered us. But we meditated. And the media and our all the assets of the world, they they help you to get attached. So it starts from meditating on an object. Example, in a classroom, there are 20 girls and there are 30 boys. But one boy keeps meditating on a particular girl. It started there. He watches her, he watches her movements, he watches everything, not one day, repeatedly for a month, 2 months. From there, and then he's thinking about that girl all the time. So from that dhyan, he develops attachment. And because he has attachment, now he wants to have her as her partner. So if he did not meditate, other boys did not meditate on that particular girl. So that girl did not bother other 30 boys. But this particular boy meditated and he got into trouble. So if we don't meditate on an object, we don't get it. So that is the advice of God first. So don't do it. And if you have already gotten into trouble or we get into trouble, then also he shows the trick. So that is developing dissociation from these sense objects is called vairagya, mastery of doing that. So what so that is dhyato, we say. So if we don't meditate, we won't get it. We meditated, so we got into it. But still we get exposed to these all the goodies of the world, and everybody else is running after that, so we also go after. God says, if that happens, and you are surrounded by the sensory objects and into a mess, then also Mercy Patanjali and Lord Krishna both shows the trick. The trick is to develop a pratipaksha bhavana, means opposite emotion. So with tarka badhane pratipaksha bhavana, that will come sutra in the second chapter. So with tarka badhane, when you are in a mind and surrounded by these sensory objects, to get out of that, you create pratipaksha bhavana, means opposite emotion. Example, I see a beautiful Mercedes in my parking lot where I'm working. I saw it one time, that was brand new, so 500 or whatever. And then repeatedly I said, okay, let me go closer, and I watch it and I watch it, and then I read about it and I see it from all the corners, and I do it repeatedly. So I develop attachment. Because I develop attachment, now I want to have it. Though I can't afford it, but I will push myself. So that attachment created a desire, kama. Now, if I can't get it, or if I lose a job, I will be very angry and frustrated, because that became an obstructive. When these things happen, we are all human beings, and it will happen, knowingly or unknowingly, most of the time knowingly. If I didn't go 10 times there, I have a very good Toyota, so why should I bother with that? But I did that, so I got into trouble. If that happens, God says, pratipaksha bhavana, create opposite emotion. So you saw goodies of and thought about the qualities of Mercedes. Oh, it's very reliable, it is very luxurious, it is ride is beautiful. Oh my God, look at the color and the decor and the prestige it brings, all those goody things we say. When that happens, God says, create a pratipaksh bhavana, means opposite emotion. Now, instead of seeing the positive features of Mercedes, I start seeing the negative features. Pratipaksha bhavana means. Oh my God, this car costs, because in my Toyota is 50,000, this costs 100,000, 100 plus. It's very expensive. If I get this car, I have to look for a garage at home and I have to look for a garage at work. Another opposite. It's very expensive to maintain it. If it breaks down, it causes a lot of money to repair it. It is very attractive, so somebody will steal and break into it. This is very expensive and the insurance will triple than what I'm paying now. And God forbid, if my job is uncertain, if I lose job, then I will be stuck with this car and its installment. These are called pratipaksha bhavana, opposite emotions. If I do it, I will say, let it go. I don't want it. So one positive features meditating said, okay, I want it no matter what. Pratipaksha bhavana created a positive disturbance, positive vrittis in my mind and says that forget about it. I don't want these headaches. I'm fine as it is. So that is a way to develop a vairagya. So pratipaksha bhavana. So vitarka badane pratipaksha bhavana. That will be the 33rd sutra in the second chapter we will come across. So that is vairagya. It's a great asset for us. If we have the true knowledge, how to acquire true knowledge first, how to reject false knowledge second thing, and consciousness about the real worth and real value of a thing and not getting involved. That is repeatedly having that consciousness with us as an asset. That is called vairagya and abhyas. Abhyas, vairagya bhyam, with these two, tat nirodha, you will be able to restrain the vrittis. If you restrain the vritti, you are a peaceful boss. You are happy, you are peaceful, and you are comfortable. So that's sutra. So that's called vairagya. Vairagya, there are two types. One is a simple vairagya or ordinary vairagya. What we talked about is ordinary vairagya. Means we can stay out of trouble, but the seeds for its liking are still there, it's not gone. When with the practice and vairagya we continue, we start getting the glimpses of our own Atman. When you get the glimpses of Atman, then your strength increases and these attractions will drop out on its own. So again, God's advice. So Visaya Vinivartante. Second chapter is loaded with yogic processes. So Visaya Vinivartante Nirharasya Dehinam Rasvarjam Raso Apiyasya Param Drastva Nivartate. The one who is trying, these objects of senses will go away from you and they will not come in your way. Visaya means objects of senses. Vinivartante means they go away. Vinivartante. Nirharasya dehina means the one who is trying not to get into effect of the devil. But rasvarjam raso api asya param drastva nivartante. But the liking, the thirst for that will only go when param drastva nivartante. When you have the glimpses of Atman, means glimpses of God. Atman is God. God and Atman are same. So visaya vinivartante nirharasya dehinam rasvarjam raso apiyasya param is highest. Param drastva nivartante. Then you are safe. And when that happens, that's called param virag. Means now you have tested the happiness and joy and of Atman, so these little unatman things, the worldly things, drop. So this teaching is so important. Visaya vinivartante nirarasya denam rasvarjam rasovyasya param drastva nivartante. That is from Bhagavad Gita.